Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first stop of the Alabama Bass Tour presented by Phoenix Boats. I'm Robbie Floyd, joined by Cade Donaldson. This is it, the kickoff to the south. Alexander City could not be a better host.
They could not, and they've already won up Smith Lake. The weather's much nicer here, and I think the fishing's going to be on fire.
Lake Martin is known for numbers of bass. The question is, who's going to catch those big ones? I think we're going to see 2 handfuls of boats that are going to catch 100 bass today.
This fishery is always popular for lots and lots of limits. We've seen 215 limits come across the stage here, and I think we're going to see that again today. But who's going to find that 4 or 5 pound largemouth that's going to make a big difference on the scales?
Kay mentioned it. The weather is much better here than it was the first stop of the north. Temperature in the 60s. Those water temps are moving up. That means the bass will be moving up as well. Let's go out on the water. Our Academy Sports and Outdoors first cast of the morning.
Here we are, first stop, Alabama Bass Trail South Division here on Lake Martin. We trailered down to Kalijah. We got boats coming in right now. Takeoff was at 6:15 this morning. The first boats are just now getting to this area. We plan on covering this area of the lake today. Stay tuned, it should be a lot of fish catches. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be cloudy all day. Slight chance of rain. It's gonna be warm enough. Fish should be biting. Stay tuned.
All right, guys, see a little deeper in the pocket than the guys that we saw on the outside, but there's something you're keying on, Rob, in particular. What are you looking at on the graph?
There's a big school of bait fish between us and the bank, and you can see the fish run into them. And every time they run into them, it seems like we get a bite. So I guess the bait fish really ain't moving up and down the bank anymore. They were earlier. We caught a limit early before 7 o'clock. So, but now it just seems like when they get hungry, they'll run into it and get them a bite and then go back down. So,
how much is that limit? What does it weigh?
It's probably 8 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Typical Lake Martin.
Yeah. You'll take 8 before 8, right?
Absolutely. 8 before 7.
8 before 7, even better. That's right.
We just made a little run down the lake. We pulled up on John Sankabilly and Eric Bryan, boat 204. Got 2 fish in the box. Oh, fish on. It's a little guy.
These guys have gone about as far back into, past Kalijah Creek as they can, come into backwater. These guys are both throwing buzzbait. We follow this team a lot, and usually when we follow this team, these guys are doing 2 different techniques. So it's a little strange for me to see these guys both throwing buzzbait, moving really fast. That tells me that they really feel like that buzzbait bite is a really good potential first thing this morning. Targeting very shallow water, moving very fast, looking for an aggressive bite. We saw some activity when we put into the boat ramp this morning, some shad, moving right on the bank. So these fish should be very active today. Should be a good day for catching fish, and these guys are trying to take advantage of that early morning bite.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Automotive, where it's always Bill Penny time. By Jack's, all about the South, and by Sweet Home Alabama.
In 2009, it all started with this 721 Pro XP and a passion to build the best fishing platform in design, performance, and construction for all of our customers. Through the years, motors have changed, electronics have changed, but the passion to build the best bass boat possible has not changed. Everyone at Phoenix believes we got it right the first time.
Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. But that's not the only reason to get to know Bill Penny. Enjoy a 10-year unlimited warranty on every new Toyota in stock. Get 1 year of 24/7 roadside assistance. Test drive for the chance to win $5,000. You heard right. 5,000 big ones. Plus, choose from over 700 new Toyotas in stock and price to move. Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Get to know us today.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Stetson Blaylock, Todd Auten, Hank Terry, let's go!
Garmin LiveScope, I tell you right now, if you don't have it, you are behind. It's just wild. It's like a video game.
If you do not have that Garmin LiveScope, you are definitely missing out.
Bassmaster Classic Champion!
The splash of your paddle mimics the pelican as it drops down from above. As the calmness of the water washes away any lingering concerns, you listen to the tall grass sing of the surrounding beauty and how the best views only get better when they're shared. This is Alabama, and when you're here, you can take it all in.
Got one too. Wow, see him. Right there about 6 foot. On boat 192, it's Mike and Slade McCullers. I believe these guys have had one last year on this lake, and they've got a hook set there. Didn't hook up. He's got one small fish in the boat, and said they had one good fish get off. Got hung up in some cover.
Guys, how many y'all got?
5.
You got 5?
Yes, sir.
Sweet, sweet.
No size.
Hey, but 5 is 5.
5. That's early.
It's more than 0.
That's right. We're about 5.5 pounds, maybe.
Okay.
Just gonna run this stuff for a little bit today, and for a little while this morning, start running around, hit some docks. Caught some good fish off the dock.
Did you? How many days y'all spend practicing?
Practice 3 days.
What kind of weight you have in practice?
One day it was 4 pounds, one day was 18, one day was 9.
Well, let's hope today's an 18. Hope fish.
Hope so.
Yeah. Y'all keep fishing. Tell us a little bit about the area that you're fishing right now.
All this area is mainly just some of the shelf rock, and it's got some laydowns in it, and most of our bites are coming off the laydowns.
So we got a fish catch here. They do have a limit already, so we're going to be doing some culling, or we're going to be doing some throw back the little ones at this point.
Mike Hornsby, Wayne Hornsby. Got one on now, spent a little more time. Not sure if this is an upgrade or not, but I have been seeing them catch fish. Let's see, swings it in. Long and skinny. Got about a 13, 14 incher. So for those of you at home, this is how you're trying to split hairs and find out which one's bigger.
Well, the call.
It doesn't lie. So it did cull by, it could be an ounce. That could be a few points that keeps you or gets you in the championship.
Boat 121 just caught a fish.
Maybe a little bit, we got one maybe a little bit bigger than that. Yeah.
Boat 121. So I'm estimating them to be somewhere in the 8.5 to 9 pound range. Caught that fish on the Carolina rig.
This portion of Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is sponsored by Garmin, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by America's First Credit Union. There's more right after this.
Buying stale, burnt coffee is like eating hot sushi out of a vending machine. It's just a no-no. Explosion. Cool guys don't look at them. As a veteran-owned and operated company, we take massive pride in giving back. And with your support, we've donated millions to charitable organizations and veterans. Do you have a lightsaber leg, Jay?
Yeah, I got a lightsaber leg.
When you sign up for our coffee club, you get fast free shipping directly to your door.
I'm on a helicopter.
Looks like boneless wings are back at Jack's. Juicy, boneless chicken wings in 3 bold, mouth-watering flavors. And people love them so much, there's bound to be a napkin shortage. Jack's, all about the South. Hear that sizzling? That's bologna whispering, I'm back. The Big Bologna Breakfast Sandwich is back at Jack's. 2 thick-cut slices of fried bologna, eggs, and cheese on Texas toast for $3.99. Jack's, all about the South.
Hold it up to the camera. Hey, you drop.
Smaller.
No help. We just need a female. No help.
No helpy. How much you got in live well so far?
Just 2 little ones.
Got 2 little ones. Back in a little creek arm, these guys are actually fishing out over in the middle of the creek. Fairly deep water for this area. See him stick his rod way down in the water there and crank real hard. He's trying to get that crankbait to get a little bit deeper. Hook set. Got a hook set here.
Guys, we got to get you a carpet sponsor.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I'll
you
go for C-deck instead of carpet.
That deck looks slicker than owl snot, but you do have a limit in the boat. That's a good thing. What are the size?
We got about 6 pounds.
6 pounds for your 5 fish. How many total numbers are we looking at, total fish?
We've already caught about 40.
40, really?
Yeah.
And it looks like you're light lining. What, you got a shaky head, something?
I'm throwing a wacky rig right now.
Wacky, just flapping it around?
Yeah, we're going back and forth, throwing a wacky rig, throwing some shallow crankbait on these flatter rig clay points close to the deep water. Finding a big fish has really been tough, but I know the females are slowly pulling into these flats back here in these spawning flats.
So this is spawning flat back out to the right. When I look at it coming through the lake, it looks just like an island. I thought maybe you're hitting some of these points or anything, but it gives something a little bit different to look at, but they're heading a certain direction.
They're heading right back behind us right there. They're coming from right here, and they're heading right back there. But I think there's been some boats right here at the corner of this point today, and it's pretty barren right now. We're about to make a run. We've got about 50 other places that we got to hit. So
you're hitting you got the wacky, just flapping it around. What you throwing in the back there, Trinity?
Chatterbait.
Chattering?
Yep. Did our damage this morning on a shakehead mostly.
Okay.
Just pulled up on boat 129, Ken Walters and Jason Beasley. Got a hook set. Perfect timing. He thought about boat flipping it. Finally got the net out there for it. That one's going in the live well, and he'll throw back fish that's smaller. So I know they have a limit.
Another fish on, another fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Bigger fish.
Got him. Barely. We got him. That's why
That's what we're looking for.
Here we are, it's midday. We've been on Lake Martin all morning. A lot of teams are catching fish. The key, like it always is on Lake Martin, is the teams that catch better than average fish. It's gonna take probably 15 to 17 pounds. And win this tournament, we know today, a lot of guys are gonna have 7 to 8, 9 pound range. The key really is gonna be that big bite. Several teams told us that late in the day, the largemouth should turn on. They expect to be able to catch largemouth kickers and make the difference. We just talked to the Giddens, same thing. He's had a lot of success here the last several weeks. The area we just saw him fish, he said he caught a big one a few days ago, didn't catch one there, so they're gonna have to keep moving, keep covering the water, hope that they can uncover what it's gonna take to get that big bite. Stay tuned, because weigh-in's coming up next.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee Company, by TH Marine, from transom to trolling motor, and by Mountain Dew. There's more to come.
The TH Marine HydroWave H2 KVD edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The HydroWave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The HydroWave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
Research and development is more than just time in the shop for us. It's time out here, sweating the details, making boats that work as well in the real world as they do on paper. From our R&D team to our anglers on the water, we have the knowledge and passion to build you the finest fishing platform in the world.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
Johnny Weaver, Brian Graham. Boat number 16. Did it get better for you throughout the day?
Actually, we did. We finally got in some good fish, or good schools of fish, but the big ones were short striking today. They just, yesterday they was coming up and eating, and today they just kind of got finicky. And so we got a couple big ones that didn't get in the boat, hurt us, but yeah, it was just a kind of different bite today.
1091. We're going to set the tone for the Mountain Dew Big Bass. Who caught the big one? What'd you catch it on?
Caught it on a chatterbait.
Chatterbait. All right, let's find out what our big one is. Mountain Dew Big Ass setting the tone. 4.5 pounds exactly, 450. How about a round of applause? Go grab that fish and hold it up for us.
Your team of Tim Taylor, Philip Morris just weighed 11.27 pounds, and you had a 4.11. I'm guessing that's a spotted bass?
It was, yeah, it was a spotted bass. Caught him about middle of the day, right?
On a crankbait.
Yeah, we're glad to have him. We just need 5 more or 4 more like it, right?
Yeah. Ricky Dunn, Trent Davis, excuse me. I was giving you all kinds of funky names. Boat number 50, the start of that, or the end of that second flight. We're going to have a new leader. 1127 was leading. Now we got 1278, our first 12-pound bag.
Well, he caught the first fish this morning on jerkbait.
Okay.
Within 30 minutes.
How long of a ride did you have before you caught that fish?
We were on the lower end of the lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all had a good day, didn't you? We did. You had a real good day. Moving up to second place, Williams and Williams, 1158. How about a round of applause?
I want to know how your morning got started.
Cranking.
Cranking?
Second cast.
We caught a limit within 45 minutes.
How long of a boat ride did you have before you stopped fishing?
5 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Did you stay in that area all day long?
No.
No, sir. We ran to Sandy about lunchtime.
Chris Landers, Brad Pitts. No, I know the ladies are going, where? Where? That's with the S, Brad Pitts. Hey, y'all had a good day, 1191. Let's go put them in second place. You jumped them. How about that?
It works for me, man.
I guess. Right now our lead is 1278. They've got 1421. We've got a new leader on the Alabama Bass Trail here at Martin, Gordy, and Ferris. Solid day. We skipped the 13s and go straight to 14s.
Hero team of Gentry, Gordy, Hunter, Ferris. Guys just crossed stage, 14.21 pounds. And you had a 5.78. First, tell me about that fish. What time of day and what was the bait?
It was probably 45 minutes ago, and we got back in a pocket that we stopped in yesterday morning just because of the fog and fished it forever. And I don't know, probably about an hour before we had to weigh in, he said, well, let's go back and try that, because we'd missed a couple in there yesterday, and we didn't really have nothing else to do, and pulled in there, and man, it was just...
We should have gone there a lot earlier.
Yeah, it was a foot of water, and I threw a frog up on the bank, man. She destroyed it, popping frog.
Do you think maybe the little bit of sun we had this afternoon kind of helped that?
The bags will get a lot bigger this afternoon.
I wish we had another hour.
How old are you?
3.
What's your name?
Bentley.
You got a girlfriend?
Ella.
Is she watching right now?
Yes.
You want to give a shout out? Look at that camera right there and say hi to your girlfriend. Give her a nice wave for us. Play on, play on. Look at that. I mean, he knows what's up. All right, how did it go today? Let's take a look at your weight. Hang on. I'm sitting here looking at little big man. Instead, I should have been looking at the big bag. We needed 1421 to take the lead. We've got 1606, our biggest bag of the day for Lee and Winslet. And little man.
Yeah. Well, the first stop, Rob found a few fish yesterday, and our first stop, it wasn't, within the 10th cast, he caught 3-pounder, pretty much. Told us right then what we're going to do the rest of the day. We didn't think we was going to get bit, early that way, but we wasn't really on anything else, so we just kind of gambled and run with it, and it paid off.
Okay. What area of the lake did you fish today?
Basically from River Bridge to Blue Creek.
Yeah, Blue Creek.
So, we all over the lake. We run a tank of gas out.
When you were trying to duplicate this pattern, what were you looking for? As you were driving down the lake, what would you see with your eyes that would clue you into where you need to stop?
Just little irregulars on the bank.
It was kind of main lake type stuff, but they was in the pockets, but it was kind of main lake pockets. It wasn't nothing way back.
Something short?
And just an irregular
short,
on the bank.
Okay. Yeah, short pockets, little irregularities in the pockets and stuff like that.
Rock, wood, what was the key?
Both. Yeah.
We caught them off of both.
How many total fish you think you caught today?
25.
Probably 25.
How many largemouth and spots, the mixture, did you weigh in?
We had 3 largemouth and 2 spots. Too.
Yeah, today. Yeah, and we caught more spots than we did largemouth today.
Turn on the lights. The party is over. Lee and Winslet take another victory on the Alabama Bass Trail. Okay, we were kind of joking. If it's a tournament on the ABT and it's on a Martin, whether it be Logan Martin or Martin, they're going to win it.
Or the first tournament of the year. You know, 2 years in a row, these guys win the first tournament. And if everything plays along like it did last year, they led the points the entire year. They probably get tired of me putting cameras on their boat, but that's why you do it, because they produce every lake we go to. It's going to be an exciting year for them.
Flip it over. We are done here at Lake Martin. We move to Lay Lake, the second stop on the Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix Boats South Division. That's up next. We're going back-to-back for Kay Donaldson, Robbie Floyd, and our first winners of the year. We'll see you next time at Lay Lake.